Anyway, happy Sunday. We are currently in the Abyss, 7 days, 3 hours into the game. Do the math. It's a lot of hours. And I'm supposedly only halfway through. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, last Friday, we did... we finished off the... what was it? The Nightmare Fane. Killed Dazarand. Is it Dazarand? Yeah, Dazarand, the Valor demon. And Gimpy didn't die. Woohoo! Almost everybody else in the group did, because Valor demons apparently are supposed to explode, and they do when you kill them. Nobody told us that. Nobody put that in the monster manual. So now we're exploring the Abyss. We're in the big city. This is the lower city, but they don't tell us what I forget what the name of the city is. It's a long name. But anyway, we're walking around exploring stuff. We just found out that Monago is here in the city as well. She's got a hideout down there. So we got to, I guess, head down that way apparently. But we'll do that after. Okay, so let's our cast of characters. We got Gimpy the Oracle. We're all level 14, of course. He's also a Hell Knight Signifier. Level 9 Oracle, level 5 there. Of course, we're on the Mythic Path. He's a Lich, Mythic rank of 5. What does that do? Oh, Dark Rites. Now all his spellcasters. Lich and all his companions in 30-foot radius cast spells as if their cast level was 2 levels higher. Then we have the Oracle, Lord of Death. So, thanks to his legendary powers, Gimpy the Oracle has managed to achieve much greater success than others. He has acquired a talent to bestow divine spells upon his followers. From that moment, the undead created by him need no other deities to cast spells. We only have one of those people right now. We'll take a look at him in a second. But anyway, that's where we are, as far as Gimpy goes. And this is the guy. This is the Divine Caster. So this is Staunton Vane. You may recognize him from the story. He had an unfortunate accident, or maybe it was a fortunate accident, depending on how you look at it. And he now serves us as a undead dwarven war priest. And as far as his abilities go, it should show. Undead. Last stand. He's got a lot of stuff. Again, as a war priest, he gets lots of stuff. That's not what I guess we're looking for. I guess it would be under traits. No, I'm looking to see where it shows where he worships what. Steel Soul, Dodge, Cleave. Where does that show up? His class. There it goes. So yes, Gimpy, the Lord of Death, is his god. So Gimpy grants him his spells, which are Death, Evil, Strength, and War. That's what Vane chooses from. Okay, so that's his job. He is our tank, by the way. He is the best of our tanking characters. That's his job. Then we have Ember. Ember is, of course, she is a stigmatized witch. She likes playing with fire. Very good at it. And she has her curses and stuff that she does. Then we have Cammy, or Camellia. She is Spirit Hunter, aka Shaman. She does curses and that kind of stuff. But she's also our primary buffer. So she's got all that. Excuse me. Got hiccups. So that's her job. And then we have Delamir. Delamir is an undead character that we found about back in around Dresden, way back when, and she's a slayer. She's also basically an archer. She's our best archer, and she does get the job done there. Then we have Lan. Lan is a Zen archer plus a little bit of rogue. We gave him some rogue abilities so they could have some sneak attack damage, and he does well. Then this is Gimpy's pet, a skeletal executioner he gets as being a lich. It started off as a two-handed fighter, and specializing in glaives, but now he is a barbarian. He went from, I don't know how that happened, but he's actually a barbarian now, so he gets the rage and gets all that good stuff. And of course, Bismuth. Bismuth is a animal companion. She is a Triceratops. Not really a real animal. I think it's Lan is using the. Yeah, Lan is currently using the Triceratops statuette. That's where that's coming from. Why is Lan using it? Because we had to switch some stuff around for. He picked something up. Is it the ring? We picked some item up. Oh, the bow. The Feral Charge. This little bow. It's a speed bow, right? And animal companions of a so +4. Yeah, this is a speed composite short bow. So again, he gets an extra attack with it, but it also makes it so that his animal companions are always hasted as well, and that's where Bismuth comes in. So Bismuth is always hasted now because of that bow, as long as Lan's using it, and Bismuth gets to move at a speed of 70 because of the hasted thing. So Bismuth is our fastest moving character at 70. Was that 70 feet per round? Something like that? Is that how it works? Amount of time. Oh, in 3 seconds. So it's a half turn. 70 feet in 3 seconds. That's pretty fast. Anyway, that's where we currently are. And we're just going through the city, which is kind of goofy in that the walls and stuff change. Oh, we found a trap. Where did we find the trap?
Aha!
So there's a slave there. Why is business on 1 intelligence? Because we're suffering from the stupid corruption. It's a -2 penalty. And Bismuth doesn't have much of an intelligence, animal. So we need to get that cleaned up. And I think I cheated a little bit to find out how do you get rid of that. Apparently there's some place we can camp. Hi, slave. What are you doing over here? Sorry, my master won't allow me to speak. Seems to be a recurring thing here. Commoner. Go back to the Nexus and rest there. It should go away. Yeah, that's what we need to do. That's what I read. So, oh, that's how we go. Okay, so we can get up there though, right? So Ember. What's Dimension Door? Was it Ember? So mass, single, mass. So everyone that's close to her, go up here.
Can't hide from me.
Look, there's a ghost or something. Just be careful? I don't know what you mean. Why would I want to be careful?
This pain is excruciating.
Finger of Death? What Finger of Death? Where'd the Finger of Death come? Oh, is that the trap? That was the trap.
I am helpful. Am I not?
That's where the Finger of Death was from, that trap. Well, I didn't. Cammy did. There's a difference, because... No. If Gimpy had done it, it would have been no big deal.
I'll go ahead.
Because, Finger of Death.
I'll watch your back.
Yes. Ready for anything. No mistakes.
Gimpy did not make it up on top of the building. Uh,
You're a good person. I like you.
yeah, except you don't. Into a cluster? It is a cluster. It is kind of a cluster. I mean, Ember's right here. How she didn't bring Gimpy along, I don't know. More than it is now. You mean more like that? On top of each other, but then I gotta remember to switch things around. So Ember, you go in the middle. Not that it really matters too much, does it? Oh, I have a feeling we're gonna have people behind all the time. Now I just gotta remember to do that. Switzerland. 43 degrees. That's not that cold. I've seen colder. I've seen colder.
I am prepared.
Okay. You know that. How did mosquito into your
What's on your
room?
mind?
I'm gonna guess it
I
flew in.
wonder. Soot is restless. I wonder why.
I can't have her burning her
Focus
heels.
on the goal.
Can't be. You can use this. Why is it still alive? Mosquitoes are durable little bugs. There's a reason why they're the bane of the planet. The flow of lava rushing through the city to the ocean originates from somewhere at the top of the city.
Hello everyone.
Stuff?
My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. Okay, this stranger, a lad from another plane, was wandering around here looking for cheap goods to buy. So we pitched him some hot merch, and the guards nabbed him right at the gates. What a laugh. Oh, demons. Let's go this way. Spare coin for a former arena gladiator who was mutilated by the damn fighters of the Hydrian League. But
What a find!
another trap. What trap? Hey, Flufferin, welcome to the stream. So where's the trap that we sensed or noticed? Oh, there it is. Articulate's a tyrant, a vicious bitch. I wish someone would scrape her off the throne and twist her neck. I hate her. Demons.
You can trust me.
Just this switch out. There it is. I'm doing fine. How are you?
This.
Oh, a ring. Prismatic ring. Prismatic ring, why should I care? It allows you to cast an improved version of Prismatic Spray once per day as a 17th level wizard. The wearer can recharge this ring by consuming spells for which the sum of their levels must be equivalent to at least 9. I don't even know who would use this. He won't use that. Gimpy won't use that. I don't know anybody who would use that one. Dun, dun, dun.
I am helpful, am I not?
So there was nothing good in that chest. I like how the good stuff was unprotected, but the crappy stuff was. Outside? We don't go outside yet. More outside. So we got that room. That's when I came in. I don't want to go outside. Oh, look. It's a big room. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, what's this thing? Ah, teleportation stuff. Oh, I guess we can go to the Nexus. Think about that in a second. Hey, Cactor, welcome back. A ledger. Most of the books that have been torn out, their pages have been torn out, of the remainder on the top of the writing receipts. Blah stuff. Another demon heart. So no names, just some of the commoners. Alcohol. Red mask. What's this? Oh, it's a person. Get lost. I'm looking for, not looking for drinking companions, so I guess we'll be talking to him later, maybe, or maybe not. Okay.
I know the way.
Familiar face. Who's the familiar face? Well, let's talk to the barkeeper first. Wrinkled demon with broken fangs and a missing eye stands before you. The eye socket is occupied by a large, squirming, multi-legged insect, yet it seems not to cause the demon any discomfort. He greets you with the venom in his tone. Welcome to the bad luck. I'm Burgaz, the innkeeper. Our establishment upholds a high standard of service in that it is better to eat and drink here instead of a ditch. Sleep here at your own risk, drown the rest of your life in cheap swill, or purchase goods at the highest quality and dubious origin. Upon giving you your entourage an appraising look, the demon adds in a silken voice, we accept payment in gold and slaves. Where can I find Naticula? Demon goggles as then bursts into deafening laughter. Tiny bugs fly out his maw. Wiping away bloody tears and giggling, he grabs a particular nimble insect and tosses it back down his gullet. You can find her in the palace, mortal. The thing is, she won't see just anyone. The last person who had the nerve to show up uninvited now lives in the catacombs and everyone calls him Scrap. Care to guess why? I don't know who you think you are, but you will not be allowed on her doorstep unless she invites you herself. And to receive an invitation from Nocticula, you've got to be an influential and renowned figure in the city. Or you could do something to piss her off. Sometimes two things that are one and the same. How do I earn an invitation? He shrugs. Your chances are slim, but you look cocky, so you could try the gladiator fights in Battle Bliss. Everybody loves a good butcher. The dirtier and bloodier you fight, the more respect you'll earn. Only fools fight fair, so you must prove you know the ways of the fighter's craft. The crowd will love you if you torment the loser before finishing them off. Make them shriek, squeal, and beg for death. And then you can count on having the fight of your life. You will face a Nahidrian League champion. Your death will be a symphony of suffering the audience will forever remember. Most can only dream of such a fate. You can cozy up to someone in the upper city. The more influential your patron, the more respect you will be shown. Just remember that in the city, only the most skilled predators make it to the top, like Lady Valexia. More often than not, their offer for friendship is an introduction to their intrigues, and they will get into your head, twist your thoughts, and make you hate yourself, and make you destroy everything you ever loved with your own hands. That's their idea of fun. If you know how to, shall we say, solve problems, you could try to get under Shamira's wing. She presides over the harem of ardent dreams in the middle city and rules the city itself. Lady Nocticula does not stoop to such trifles herself. Commanding the city is dirty, bloody work, and Shamira is always in need of capable assistance, especially since she changes them as soon as they start to reek of her dark deeds. Walk through the slums. Everyone you'll see there is they're tried to climb higher but fell into a trap. There are plenty of warnings in their incoherent ramblings. Tell me the latest rumors. Pours a short of liquor that smells of blood and bitter ash. No problem. Have a drink and we'll talk. 500 gold. Sure, why not? I'm stinking rich, right? The demon observes her face and with obvious interest. The liquor stings and fills your mouth with the foul taste of salt and rotten flesh. What do you want to know? Tell me about the city. Short, there's no order in this city. There never has been and never will be. There are no laws here. As we demons spit on laws. The only laws here is might makes right. Take everything you can and give away anything you can't protect. Obey those stronger than you, and maybe they'll devour somebody else. Everyone does what Nocticula says. She split the city into 3 quarters, the lower city, the middle city, and the upper city. The elite lives comfortable lives above, the fools and losers romp below, and everyone else sits in the middle and dreams of climbing up, though they mostly fall. Each quarter is walled so that no one goes anywhere they shouldn't. Guards watch the gates.
Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for November. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Happy Sunday, and again, giveaways are next weekend. Okay, although in truth, the guards are just a bunch of the most vicious and violent demons who carry out Nocticula's commands. If someone cuts you down in front of them, they won't interfere unless she orders them to. Then again, if you decide to bash someone's head in, they won't concern themselves with it. The only reason they might chase you away is if they want to loot the corpses themselves. The important thing is, don't kill anyone in front of a crowd, and don't bother guests from other planes. Nocticula has her reasons. She's trying to turn the city into the interplanar bazaar of the abyss. And as you walk around the city, keep track of the time. Oh, not in some tiresome don't waste your time sense. March the time as if you were in a jungle and a predator was lurking in the brush. It might pounce on you and freeze you in place, stealing days, months, even years. You wouldn't notice any changes, and everyone around you would grow old and forget about you. In the abyss, time is a fickle and unruly thing. Tell me about this quarter. Demon points to the bottle of liquor. Imagine the city in this bottle. The lower city is the bottom. The exclamation is quite apt, as the bottom of the bottle is coated with foul-looking scum, and a dead insect with 2 fanged mouths is stuck to it. A cesspit. If someone or something needs to be eliminated, they send it to the lower city. They say the arena is the heart of the quarter, but that's nonsense. This whole quarter is one massive arena. Everyone here is a murderer, a thief, and a scumbag. The bloodshed never ceases, and the denizens of the city watch it and delight in wager on who will emerge from this lake of blood. You may think of the slums as a useless appendage, but they are the main source of entertainment for the city. Tell me about the other quarters. Middle City is all about trade. The 10,000 Delights offers sex, the flesh markets deal in slaves and weapons, the mercenaries and assassins sell the death of enemies. The most successful business person of all is Shamira at the Haven of Ardent Dreams. Her merchandise is Naticulous favor and the favor of powers that be. The Upper City is for those who already have everything and have no use for trade. Imagine if you were a creature of divine power that could live in complete comfort, feel free of almost all limits. That's the kind who live in the Upper City. It'd be wise to stay away from them. In the Lower City, they'll just kill you and defile your corpse. In the Upper City, they'll pull your soul out from your nostrils with a red-hot needle, cook it in a stew, then force you to eat it, and wash it down with a cocktail made from your eyes and marrow. Ah, demons. Are there many folks from Galarian here? Quite a few, but most of them wear special accessories. The demon draws an imaginary circle around his neck. They're slaves, is what I mean. Or meat, sometimes. We do get some free ones from time to time. Scum, as a rule, the only type who can survive amongst demons. Your fellow Damphirs come here more often than the other kinds of Galarians, on their way to or from Kaburi's realm, I guess. Your vampire kin have a lot of common interests with his ghouls, no matter how much you turn your noses up and pretend you're better than the other kinds of undead. There's a nice little twist, I guess. Everything is clear. One last thing, mortal. You must have noticed that the city was not built for your kind. It would be easy for you to get lost in our streets and die an inglorious death if you don't know how to fly or teleport. But why should I want you to die while you're still drinking? Take this. If you lose your way, take it to any arch and it will transport you here. Naticula's idea, to aid guests from other planes such as yourself. Well, that was nice. Show me your stuff. Demon kicks open a large chest to the brim with all sorts of things. There are weapons and blah, 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 blah. Here you are. Heavy gold ready. I don't offer credit. By the way, I have something unique I can offer only to you. The Hydrian crystal. It holds incredible power. I'm interested. Okay, so what does he have? There's a crystal, 50 grand. +1 competence bonus for knowledge world skill checks. So buy that now. Well, he doesn't sell a whole lot, does he? Yeah, the quotation marks. It's okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, sell our junk that we're carrying so we don't have to carry it anymore. Love that. He sells a soup recipe? Demon Slayer soup. I wonder what that actually is. Holy water, we haven't seen a whole lot of this. It's like, that's it, holy water. How you hurt your friends and make them love you so much. He probably made out of Demon Slayers. That would be my guess, too. What kind of psi? Psi +3. We don't need that. Salvos. Alchemy 2. I'll never use that one. Let's just go this way. Oh, scimitars. We don't need you. We don't need you guys either. Maybe shield wands. What are we doing those with? We're walking around with those for. Have a pair. They need to fix those. This don't work. Nice if they did, but they don't work. That'll be good enough. So, there. So who wants to wear the necklace? I don't even know what Gimpy's wearing. Gimpy is wearing a several tongue amulet, so +2 to persuasion skill checks. This one is just knowledge of the world. He's our knowledge person too, if I remember right. Maybe not. It's 15, that's it? Oh, no, actually it's Ember. And she's even got an intelligence penalty too. What's she wearing? She's wearing Amulet of Blackened Mirror. Ah, uses a hex. The DC of the saving throw against it is increased by 1. What's she wearing? Oh, that's right, her amulet that can't be unequipped. That sucks. Because I'd like to switch amulets there. What's his persuasion at anyway? 27. Yeah, that amulet, that knowledge one's not going to really help us that much. Anyway. So now we can come back here when we teleport through one of these arches, huh? So, we can go to the Nexus. Supposed to be able to rest here. So buy stuff from Woldriff in the Nexus. Oh, so everybody is here. Ah, just standing there. Some people are inside the cave. Ah. Who's out here? So Ninio, Regil, Skeleton. Ushlight up there. And, oh, that's the angel. Alright, into the cave. We'll see what Woldriff has. He's probably in here. I have a feeling we're supposed to camp in here too, maybe.
Follow my lead.
It's so dark. There's Woldriff. Blah, blah, blah. Show me what you can get using your thiefling abilities. Look, Chief, things have all the best things. Do they now? Crimson 300 grand? When this item is active, all critical hits made by you or against you are automatically confirmed. That doesn't sound fun. Why is that 300 grand? Why would you wear that? Scream Reaper, 200 double orc axe. What was that? Unceasing slaughter. Bonus to dexterity and constitution, whether aware of this belt lance or killing blow. The game +2 bonus to dexterity and constitution for 3 rounds. That's not horrible. And bonus perception, +3 bonus to maximum dexterity. Oh, this is armor. Stealth. Assassin's armor. While wearing this, you have total concealment against all ranged attacks, weapon, and touch. Whenever you receive a critical hit from a ranged attack, you gain DR 10 for 1 to 3 rounds. However, receiving a critical hit in melee makes you prone for 1 round each. Stand up without provoking attacks of opportunity with those boots. Braces of balance. Divine guidance, this thing. It's not horrible. Hazard, ghosting, solution. Veteran's armor. Robot info building. It's +2 to spell penetration. So is that clothing or is it armor? Don't want a haste. And the crappier stuff. Okay. It is clothing? So who would wear that? I think she already has something. Whenever the wearer of this robe suffers elemental damage for the next rounding spellcaster, if it deals the same kind of elemental damage, deals +2 damage. Well, I'm going to guess this one's actually better for her. Because, you know, spell penetration. Well, the thing is his thing is the one that gives his summons the holy and unholy damage stuff. So, I don't know. And the thing with Gimpy is if he can touch people, it's a different story, because the penetration doesn't seem to be as big of a deal. Because his big damage spells, they don't seem to care about the spell penetration. At least that's from what I can tell. To all saving throws. Oh, there's no arcane stuff here. It's 49,000. Unceasing slaughter. Yeah, that's why I'm going to be grabbing this. This is going to go to Gimpy, because he's not wearing armor, and there's no arcane penalty. So that's a good thing for him to have. Oh, this belt. She got strength and dexterity. He's got strength, dexterity, and constitution. This is more dexterity. He doesn't... He's going after wisdom too, though, isn't he? I mean, the dexterity is nice. But I'm thinking of giving it to her. Although she gives up her strength then. I don't know. This is more intended for like a rogue or somebody, isn't it? It's not really archers. This belt is more for the finesse melee people. So ranged attacks. No, blah blah blah. Sela's not in the group enough. Cammy? Oh. I forgot. That would help her, wouldn't it? That would help her. It's only 84 grand, I mean. Thing is, she doesn't get a whole lot of killing blows. She's had like 1 killing blow in the last 3 streams. Not a big deal, but the Constitution will help her for sure. I know, even without the killing blows, it's still nice, yeah. It's all our money. Okay, so Gimpy, you got the armor. The robe goes to her. Yeah. Better than that. And the bell goes to Cammy. Now the question is that clothing thing that doesn't show up there. Oh, there it is. So this elemental damage such as acid, fire, blah, blah, blah. For the next round, the crew deals the same kind of elemental damage. Could give to Cammy, but the only elemental damage she does is electricity. And she doesn't do that often. Yeah, just put it on somebody and just forget about it. Yeah, I'll give it to her. Except she's the only one that really do anything with it, because nobody else really does elemental stuff other than Ember. We got people we have to level up still. Yeah, worry about that when we need to. Okay, so stuff has been bought. So now we get to rest. Look, it's the magical R-key. Kind of food. Oh, I didn't learn that. Oh, I forgot to look at the...
Hey Gimpy, have you hydrated lately? If not, you really should.
Soup. Forgot about the soup. So, Demon Slayer soup. That does. Eating a Demon Slayer soup provides you a +3 cooking bonus to attack and damage rolls. All skill checks are at saving throws for a day. Crystallized Demonic Rage. So, hearty meal. 6 of those. Fish on a stick. So, with the +3 cooking bonus on all skill checks for a day. Got lots of stuff to burn through there. potions should we craft? Oh, we still haven't got the better versions of this stuff. Damn it. So, what kind of cool scrolls can we make? I'll try the Hungry Pig, our pit.
Leave me alone, Nenio. Please, just give it up already.
But I absolutely must sketch you for my addendum to the encyclopedia. Now remove your clothes.
So, it finally comes out, Nenio's a perv. Okay, there's our friendly undead people. Okay. Scientist. Scientist equals perv. That's what it really means. Wow, why does this drift around so much? Okay, off we go. So, back to the tavern we go. So we get to go beat up a Monago, don't we? Absence of an answer is an answer too. This quote is used way too often. Or 1,000 gold coins off your enemies if it was just puniest quasi. As a member of the Assassin's Guild, I bet my life on the result. Okay. Buffs. He did not get all his spell. Oh, they got a son of a bitch. Wondered why he was missing so many spells. Damn it. So you're at effortless armor. Arrow of Law. Sure. Damn it. Because of the stupid... Is this because of the whole Gimpy's is God thing now? Archon's Aura. I think he's the only one who gets that. Ugh. Freedom Use Vent. Holy Smite. Evil Note. Hurt yourself on that one. Look serious. Two of those. Shield of Dawn. Any creature that strikes you with a melee attack deals normal damage, but also takes fire damage, +1 to caster level. Porter's Wrath. Crusader's Edge. Forget about that. He is lawful, right? Yes. Angelic aspect for undead. That is just hilarious. I don't see why not. Disrupting. Oh, he already has a disrupting weapon in the mace he's using. Yes, the angelic zombie dwarf. Angry angelic zombie dwarf. Any good creature striking you with unarmed strike. Now that's one against good. Oh, slay living. Righteous might. Oh, look. Oh, this isn't going to affect him because he's undead, though, right? Changes proportion to your category size, but doesn't change your speed. Determine space. Would this work on him? It doesn't say it doesn't work on undead creatures. So now he's the angry angelic undead dwarf of righteous might when he uses these spells. That works. Unfortunately, he doesn't have access to these spells yet because we forgot about that. Now see, I don't remember him getting all these spells before, and I wonder if it's because of the whole Gimpy thing now. Gimpy is his god, which means we need to check Gimpy's stuff too. And so we're automatically in there. Gimpy's got his stuff. Okay, so he's good. She doesn't memorize. Cammy. She picked up a spell. Oh, it might be because of that, the wisdom buff too. That's why she probably has an extra slot here. Stuff. And level 5 spell. So animal growth. Call lightning seems to be a waste. Sure, he has aspect of the wolf. Righteous might. Polymorph though, but she doesn't have any real spell penetration stuff.
Hello everyone. My name is Veronica and welcome to Gimpy's Twitch channel. If you are enjoying what you are watching, please click the follow button in the lower right corner of the video screen. That way you will be notified by Twitch when Gimpy goes live. You can also follow Gimpy over on Twitter at GimpyKnee. He tweets out there when he goes live and will more than likely follow you back. Thank you for watching.
Yep, thank you for watching. Happy Sunday. Okay, so that. Now we don't have Bless, do we? No, Bless isn't on, but it should be. That's her job. So we gotta add that to spellcasting list. New spell. Caster is Cammy. Spell is level 1. Bless. Target is Caster.
Well,
For some reason I didn't have that on the list. I don't know why.
Operare
What are the buffs that you have? That's heal. That's vine trap. These we don't use until we need to. It's 1 minute per level. So this will last all day. Oh no, it's not a buff, right? So it doesn't work that way. Animal growth. Is that not on? For some reason that's not on him. Probably because he's considered a different target now because we moved him to a different owner. Caster. Canny. Spell. Level was at 6. Seven. Okay, 5. There it is. It's animal growth. Target. Keep you the Oracle, no. Lance Bismuth, that's why, so it's actually a different name. It's that one. Gimpy was doing one of them too. Which one was it? So that one we can get rid of. Oh, we can just add it at dog, can't we? Edit, target, bismuth. That's all I really needed to do. So this is actually pretty easy to use. Just got to remember to do it. Just go through and look for the red marks. Aura of Greater Courage. That's a Sela thing. When she's actually in the group. Bark skins. And I don't need this one. I think that's... Ruchelet is supposed to be the caster on that, I think. Oh, but she's not in the group. That's why it's showing up the way it is. Never mind. Okay. So, now I have to cast them by hand real quick. So, Giant Dinosaur.
Time's not waiting.
All set. Greater Fang, Animal Growth. Oh, you need Bark Skin too. I think that's Gimpy's job.
Ready for anything.
Bark Skin. Okay. So, this is our place to rest inside the city, apparently, or kinda. There's the Arch. Oh, who are you? Why didn't we talk to you? Mealara. Greeting you with the nod. With the nod is a middle-aged sorceress with the short black dark hair, skinny face, and prominent cheekbones that bring to mind images of predatory birds. Despite the dark circles under her eyes and her overall worn-out look, her voice sounds friendly and welcoming. Hey, you're not a local, aren't you? Have you come from Galarian? That makes us fellow countrymen, since I hail from Absalom. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Magister Mealara, A certified specialist in resolving magic-related issues, and the captain of an airship called Starcatcher III. That's it's encouraging. What's a sorceress from Absalom doing in this rat hole in the middle of the abyss? For a couple of seconds, the woman's gaze grows distant, and a bitter expression appears on her face before quickly fading. I suppose you could say that I'm trying to cheat my own fate. In the current stage of my life, the abyss seems like the best port to call home for me. There aren't a lot of experienced and, at the same time, trustworthy captains around here, so I never sit idle. You seem honest. How do you manage to survive in this place? Frowning a little, she crosses her arms in a resolute gesture. I see where you're getting at. You're asking how a captain who doesn't grab everything that isn't bolted down, a captain that doesn't steal cargo and doesn't throw passengers overboard, how can they survive surrounded by a gang of bloody pirates? My answer is simple. My principles protect me. Well, I strictly follow the unwritten aeronaut code. I never ignore those in distress. I never attack other vessels, and I honor the integrity of the cargo that I am trusted with. Maybe I look like an idiot to the other captains, but I don't care. My doggedness earns their respect, even if it also provokes their ire. Besides, they know that I'm stubborn, and I'll defend myself to the very end. I suppose that's the real reason why they haven't slit my throat and seized my ship yet. I'd like to know more about you and your ship. I can understand your curiosity. You won't find another ship like the Starcatcher III in the Abyss. Actually, captains like me are a rarity here as well, for obvious reasons. Tell me about your ship. Why is it the third? Starcatcher III, as you can guess by her name, is not the first ship I've captained, but she is, without a doubt, the most technologically advanced, and she has been through the most amazing adventures. So, she's the most reliable and neat vessel that you can find in the Midnight Isles. She and we've been through a serious hardship more than once. But my ship has never failed me. Once, Starcatcher III even made a short raid to the Rift of Repose, the place where the souls of murdered demon lords slowly disintegrate, imprisoned inside crumbling stone sculptures. Plus, I should also note that Starcatcher III has a unique reputation in these parts. She has never participated in pirate raids, never transported smuggled goods or slaves, never passed by other vehicles in distress without providing help, and never been in service to any of the demon lords. I can't think of any other ship in the Midnight Isles that enjoys such a good and honest reputation. She utters the last words with pride as if she were talking about a living creature instead of an airship. Who works on your ship? I handpick my crew personally and extremely meticulously. I try to recruit those who are not completely corrupted by the prevailing customs of this place. Let's put it that way. Even here, there's a chance, a rare one, but still a chance, to meet a mortal with a good heart, who, though poisoned by this malicious environment, is not yet beyond redemption. I do my best to help these people, and if I'm successful, I give them enough gold so they can relocate to some other plane, then I send them on their way. I hope that this way, I will be able to save at least some decent souls. Alas, in this case, failures come much more often than successes. So to protect my good-hearted but corrupted crew from making irreversible mistakes, I have to rely on some spells. With a smile, she taps her finger against her temple. I call it disciplinary thought correction. Starcatcher III, so there was a first and a second. The cheerful smile of the sorceress fades away. Starcatcher II crashed on the rocks of Alinthia. We were sailing over Mahara, an island, when a mutiny broke out. It's an evil place where discord and hostility fill the air like a noxious miasma. A part of the crew tried to seize the ship, the others remained loyal to me, and a massacre ensued. Defending myself, I had to fight my friends till I was the last one standing, the last survivor. All by myself, I barely managed to guide my ship to Alinthia, but when I was bringing her into land, the rocks tore into her like a fishmonger gutting a fish. Starcatcher II was irreparably damaged. As for me, I escaped with a couple of bruises and a chipped tooth. The sorceress squeezes out a bitter smile. As for Starcatcher I, it was because of her I decided to settle in the Abyss. How do you wind up in the Abyss? The face of the sorceress becomes grim. Her words seemed to come from somewhere cold and remote, as if from the grave. I was once a member of the the most prestigious magic academy in Absalom. Back then I was a captain too, and I delivered special cargo and passengers at my colleague's request. I'd been assigned to a risky, extremely important rescue mission on the plain of Abaddon. Abaddon. Is it Abaddon or Abaddon? I think it's Abaddon. I had to rescue a group of Pathfinders who had gotten into hot water there. I literally ripped them out of the claws of the Grave Dragger, the herald of Xiphus, god of accidental and pointless death. And that son of a bitch never forgave me for the show of disrespect. He put a curse on me. People around me started dying, both those I cared for and those I'd never even heard of. News of horrible, pointless, and tragic accidents that cut lives unnaturally short followed me wherever I went, but nothing happened to me. I managed to get out of trouble, any trouble, without a scratch, even when violence raged all around. I tried to get rid of my curse, but no one could lift it. Soon after that, Starscatcher I was wrecked in a terrible storm. Then I decided to go into voluntary exile and stay away from the plains where civility, mercy, and common sense are valued. Here in the Abyss, I can at least avoid mourning those whose lives are cut short due to my curse. Besides, the Abyss is insane and bloody enough even without me, so my cruel fate can add very little to this crazy whirlwind of aggression. Lan listens to the tale with rapt attention without moving a single muscle, and seemingly even forgetting to breathe. This is the first time I've seen a real captain. Tell me, how does it feel to, well, Lan stops, unable to find the right words. With a soft smile, she supplies the rest. To be an aeronaut? How can I describe it, lad? It's just the best job in the whole world. She smiles briefly. I will always be at your disposal. Sure, okay. Fair winds to you. If you find yourself in need of an excellent airship with a skillful captain, just let me know. So I'm guessing she's going to play a role sometime later, maybe? And go from there. Dun, dun, dun. So, outside. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Well, it might matter, but... Let's go upstairs. Hey, stop that. Stop that. We want to go that direction, I think. Maybe? I honestly don't know what direction we want to go. Oh no, this is the way we came in, isn't it? I think. Oh look, it's a big guard. Guard. Uh-oh. A bow. Ouch. Alright guys, that's enough. I get it. It won't happen again. Just not my eyes. Calavacus. Move your hand, scum, or we'll break the other one too. I said move it. A group of demons, laughing with glee, is kicking a skinny Babao curled up on the ground. Not your eyes? Fine then. Your belly. Have some of this. Ember, what are you doing? You're hurting him. Ember dashes toward the demon laid out on the ground, shielding him from the blows. Stop. Why are you doing this to him? Huh? Who's that? The demon goggles at the girl. I'm just a mortal, weak and silly. Compared to you, I'm a mayfly. One moment I'm here, the next I'm gone. But you better listen to what I tell you because I've lived more than you have. Uh-oh. Listen to her carefully. This might be the most important thing you hear in your entire lives. You're only 100 years old. By demon standards, you were born yesterday. How could you have lived longer than they have? Listen to her carefully. Listen to her carefully. Yeah, right. We've always dreamed of listening to what a charred piece of meat has to say. Demon draws close to the girl and looks over her with contempt. What's with all the riddles? What do you mean you've lived more than us? It's very simple. I haven't lived very long, but I have friends. Those I can protect. Those who are glad to see me. There are many sad things, but I still know what happiness is. But you? Beating, biting, fearing, hating each other. Are you really happy? And if you aren't, is this any kind of life? So yeah, I've lived a lot, but you spent centuries and centuries without really living. Bah, this mortal brat, this lump of meat is going to preach to us? The demon gives a predatory sniff, bends down, and shows off his mouth filled with sharp teeth. You know what makes me happy? Gobbling up tasty pieces of meat like you. Ember looks at him serenely. She reaches out and strokes his forehead with burned palms. Poor thing, you were so hurt and scared all the time. You feel a bit better for a while when you torture others and forget about your suffering. But is that really happiness? The demon recoils from her touch. There is a combination of surprise and terror on his fearsome face. Are you crazy or something? The demons stand around Ember. Their faces show caution and rapacious interest. It is clear that they are slightly afraid of the strange girl who shows no fear, but at the same time they see no obvious threat. I warn you, this girl is under my protection. If anyone so much as touches her, they won't be leaving her in one piece. Pay no attention to her, just walk on by. She's just a foolish little girl. Look at the awful route. Demons cautiously look you over. No one's going to touch her. What would you want with a little runt like that? Come now, little one. Keep telling your lies. What were you saying? Love? Friendship? That sort of drivel? She's a witch. Probably wants to sell us something. Some magic potions or herbs. Come on. Show us. What do you have? What? No, I'm not selling anything. I just wanted to tell you how much you're missing. I mean, you're free. Freer than anyone in the world, but you use this freedom to make life miserable for yourself and everyone else. Just think how much happier you could be. Amber keeps preaching. The demons listen, occasionally interrupting with laughter and obscene jokes. Finally, they grow bored and walk away. Amber, they left. Do you think they understood anything? These are not humans. Demons are evil by nature. Words can't change that. But sometimes demons do repent and angels do fall. Their natures are not all powerful. You know, I was thinking, I tried sending prayers to the demon lords, and I tried talking to demons in the street. But one of the demon lords lives right here in the city. Naticula, right? What if I tried to talk to her? Not through prayer, but in person. You're going to meet her sooner or later, aren't you? Please, take me with you. I'm sure if we meet face to face, like you and I are talking right now, I'll be able to convince her to stop being so mean. You'll take me to her, promise? Ember's the best. Only Ember would try to convert the demons in hell. Or, sorry, the abyss. It's perfectly balanced, totally not insane mortal. Yeah, totally not insane. Nope. Definitely not insane.
That is not far.
Maybe I did something wrong here.
Uh-oh. Incomprehensible scrawls have been inscribed on the wall, written in one of the countless dialects of the abyss. Doesn't help me. Hey, rooftop. Get to it, Lan.
The mongrel did it.
Aren't your legs getting stiff? You haven't moved in quite a while. Stretch, damn it.
I'm good.
You ignorant meatbag.
I'm good.
I am helpful, am I not?
Librarian's cloak. Bonus to use magic device skills. It also increases the effective caster level by 4 when using scrolls. Sounds like something Nenio should be using. It looks like these rooftops can be used to bypass the guards and get to the streets above. Really? Oh, look. There's a stair. Do we want to do that now, though? We still have to go beat up a Monago. No, let's see what happens.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
You are awesome, Lan. Can you get us back down, though? I forget, what are we doing in the Abyss again? I know I'm here for a purpose, I don't remember what it is. Find your way around blah 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 stuff. I'm thinking collecting loot is what I'm really here for.
Thanks, Lan.
Interesting.
You're so awesome.
Find the source
Lan.
of the crystals and stop the demons from making more mythical behemoths. There we go. That sounds familiar. This trap. Can we disarm it? Oh, it's right next to us.
I hope you appreciate
You don't have a
this.
way out anymore. Don't have a way out. What's that mean? I mean, a way to get back to the prime material? Portal. Portal.
I'll go ahead.
Hey, welcome back. Uh-oh. The queen said she will collapse the rift you originally arrived. Oh, yeah. This demon looks frail and sickly, especially in comparison to the mighty entourage that surrounds him. His voice sounds dull and tired, but his demeanor is calm and self-assured. He clearly believes himself to be in full control of the situation. Tossifin. Immortal with mythic abilities. How fortunate that you have made your way to the Abyss. Moreover, you have come to the city, which makes things even more convenient for me. Yes, what a stroke of luck. You see, I need you to be my test subject. Who are you? Demon remains silent for a moment. Either he is hesitant to reveal his name, or he simply enjoys prolonging the suspense. I am Lutasifin. I am, at present, Hepzibah's most trusted alchemist. I am on an urgent mission for her. Perhaps you can even guess what it is. Xanther Vang was working on something similar in your world wound. Of course, it was a mistake to entrust such work to someone who wasn't a demon. He did not fully appreciate the honor he had been given. No wonder his enhanced demons couldn't protect him. But it does not matter. I am superior to him in all respects, and I keep better pets. Surely it's dangerous for such a valued scientist to stroll around the city, ambushing enemies. His voice remains flat and indifferent. Believe it or not, I am in absolutely no danger. You need me to be what? Something to study. Take apart, test. For the first time, you hear enthusiasm in the demon's voice. You see, I actually like you very much, though I doubt my way of expressing it will bring you much enjoyment. I'm afraid the demons you've met previously have given you the wrong impression about our kind. You may think we only want to poison and destroy, especially when it comes to crusaders and their leaders. But that's not who I am. I am a different breed. I love everything that is new, unexplored, and untested, and I'm quite positive that if I get enough of your blood and tissue, I can create something new and unique from them. Angels, for example, make excellent fuel for our machines. What uses could be found for such an unusual mortal? Question mark. So are you going to attack me, or... Yes, let's get started, shall we? He turns around. Servants, you don't have to take this specimen alive. I just need the body.
Our victory is certain.
Hey, jerks. How's it going? So what are we fighting exactly? These are just regular demons. Well, greater Calavacuses. Spell resistance 25. You are... Catechule Outsider.
Surrender or else.
So he's a range type guy, looks like. Immune to poison, electricity. Can't be frightened, paralyzed, entangled, stuff. Immobilized. So he can be slept. That's what it sounds like to me. Oh, this is all the stuff he has available to him. So, oh, that's right, he's an alchemist. Let's reduce his wisdom. Hey, look, you failed the saving throw, so that's good for 14 turns. Evil Ember. Okay, Lamb.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Nice rolls. Uh-oh, haste. Apparently he likes fire. Lots of fire. Wow, he killed Gimpy. He killed Gimpy with one turn. Oh, that's right, he's with us, isn't he? Can't bring Gimpy back to life? That'd be nice. Awesome rolls. Cammy. Gonna need the resist fire, I have a feeling. Oh, now we got rocks. Oh, my shadow demon's back. Where are my shadow demons? Is he still awake? Apparently is. Using Radiance, right? Yeah, it's currently using Radiance.
Saturday and Sunday, November 20th and 21 are the monthly giveaways for November. A $25 Steam gift card will be given away each day. You have to be a follower of the channel and present to win. Check with Gimpy if you have any questions about the giveaway. Thanks for watching.
Leave my skeleton alone. He's just standing there minding his own business. Okay, Bismuth, go charge that one. Ember. I'd like to try to sleep him, but let's try to sleep that one instead. Bummer.
You won't survive me.
Why are they so hard to hit? So that resist fire didn't save our little skeleton friend at all. Because he's just doing that much damage, right? Oh, and he's also doing divine damage with his little potions. Jerk. Cammy. I should probably heal Ember. Keep her alive. That would be a good thing. Do we taste it? Huh. Looks the armor class loser there. No, maybe not. Wow, look at Bismuth's tank. Wow, Brock, you're horrible. Where's the Shadow Demon? I want the Shadow Demon. I don't need a Brock. See if this works at all. Spells heroism from something. That's it? That area effect basically did one spell. So I got both of the heroisms at least. So he actually doesn't have any spells on him. Heal yourself. Let's have an outside chance of hitting now. Ember. Think fire will work? Firestorm is always good. Watch him burn. Hey, Telly, welcome back. Am I for good or just for a fight? Just the fight. We could actually bring him back in if somebody would heal him. Unfortunately, he doesn't regenerate anymore, which kind of sucks, but... And that's right, Link can ride the Triceratops now. Let's shoot him. So we'll do a Gilded Strike. Extra attack.
Endure this.
20s. Oh, random hit. 42 armor. Oh, he's got a mythic bonus too. Ow. Gammy's down. This is going badly. We probably should move apart, huh? That stupid thing doesn't work so well. I want the Shadow Demon back. The rock sucks. You know what? I forget about his stuff too. He's resistant to fire, or can be. So what kind of cool spells do these guys have on them? Oh, they're hasted. Prayer, enemies, blah, blah, blah. Spores? Oh, that's from the rock. Oh, so the spell not going to help too much. Oh, that's right. Staunton, even when he misses, he does damage now. I forgot about that. I guess a good thing we gave him that thing, huh? Totally forgot about that. Is educational, perhaps too educational. I must take my leave. Oh, chicken shit. Is he still there? He's still there, but he's not a target, is he? One dead demon.
Make every strike count.
Come on, lad. Kill him. He's using the wrong spell. Say he's still standing there. What are you doing here? Echo of Descari. Monstrous shadow appears somewhere at the edge of your vision. It does not seem to be in a hurry to approach and keeps its distance as it begins to speak. Shadow's voice is very strange. It is constantly shifting. One moment it sounds young and melodious, and the next it rasps and rattles with age. However, despite the different intonations, the voice has a stern, ominous quality that never changes.
I heard your toy soldier crusaders had taken over the Midnight Fane and the rift located there. But I never thought you'd have the nerve to descend into the abyss. I assumed you'd block the underground passages, put guards out by the rubble, and sit there, shaking, waiting for someone to attack you again.
I know that fiend. Champion, this is the Echo of Descari, the avatar of our arch-enemy. He is a mighty, cunning, and vengeful opponent. He cannot see or hear me, but he will pounce if he knows I am here. He hates everything related to Iomade. Be cautious.
The Echo of Descari, I know who you are.
You come from the land of Iomade's servants. And Iomade's servants know me, for I have killed many of them.
What do you want from me?
It may surprise you, but nothing. You overestimate your importance, mortal. You probably think your victories in Dresden and the Midnight Fane have dealt us a fatal blow, don't you? But my lord's hordes are endless, and there are other rifts in the wound that will serve our purpose when the hour comes. So no, I did not come here for you, mortal.
So, after being defeated in Canabras, Dresden, and the Midnight Fane, you no longer think those places are significant. How convenient.
It's that time again. Drink some water to keep that brain moist.
Look back across the history of the Crusades and remember how many times you have been defeated. A few scattered victories mean nothing. I was looking for Mutasafin. I need to speak with him. I stumbled upon you by accident.
And why do you need him?
Do I really need to answer that? Well, I suppose there's no harm. Mutasafin is clever enough to work with Nahindrian crystals, and he is a demon. We can finally stop using former mortals like Xanther and Arilu as servants. I had a task for him. It's unfortunate that you interfered with my plans, but that's all right. They will soon come to pass anyway.
The paths of evil can be a strange labyrinth. They are not always rational or straightforward. The Echo of Descari himself could have been considered mortal. After all, the Demon Lord molded him from the souls of many mortal followers. Yet despite his origins, he still despises Xanther and Arilu.
Shame the demon you're looking for ran away from me in a panic.
I doubt Mutasafin even knows how to panic. You did not pose a real threat.
I don't know about that.
He killed through conventional methods. He left because there was nothing else for him to do here. Also, I'm sure he was in a hurry to explain to Hepsamira why he wasted a few demons on such a stupid escapade. She will not be happy about that. Oh no, she most certainly will not.
You don't want to fight, then you can go your way and I'll go mine.
Begone, and hope we do not meet again. You will still perish in the abyss, but death by my hand will be far more painful than any other possible demise you might suffer here.
Boy, they talk a lot of shit, don't they? And an inheritor. The abyss is full of hideous creatures, but you have just met one of the worst. The Echo of Descari is an old enemy of mine. He is both vile and cunning. I wish I could comprehend his dark machinations, but I do not understand why he has revealed himself to us in this way. It seems unlikely that he would come here just to gloat. The angel falls silent, lost in thought. Uh-oh. What the hell is this now? Oh, it's just a commoner. Great. So Gimpy and Cammy lost all their buffs. What's the protective aura from? Oh, that must be the angels. Half of these demons walk into our homes as if they own us. Those bastards. But the Descarites are even worse. Insolent assholes. It would be nice to kick them all out. So, Cammy. Potion. So, drink all these until you're full. Didn't take all of them. Gimpy. Now, scrolls don't work the same way, do they? Yeah, they don't. Scrolls don't work like the potions do, unfortunately. Of course, we have tons of these scrolls. Oops, not equip. Use. Let's get rid of these. They're taking up space and weight and usefulness. I wonder why these don't work like the potions do for this mod. Poor skeleton. He needs more constitution. He just can't take a punch. It's like he's brittle or something. Okay. Oh, that disappeared. Why did that stuff... What are these things supposed to be? 10,000 to lights, portal down. Down. Portal. Portal up to the flesh markets. To Lower City. Loot. Let's see what the loot is. So we just can't go through the gate. Demon looks bored out of his wits. He shifts his attention to you and barks, "What do you want?" "I want to go through." You want to visit the rat's nest? Sure, shoot yourself. Well, that was easy enough to do.
I know the way.
I thought they were going to put a bigger fight than that. But apparently, I guess if you get to the middle section, you're supposed to be able to go back down if you want, because they don't care. Well, because we're going down to the lower level. We're not trying to go up to a higher level where we don't belong. So apparently, if you make it to the middle level, they think it's okay if you want to go back down, because you know you want to be a loser again. We weren't done down here, so. With that, Assassin Monago sent for you. Ever tell you where she is? Yes, she's right there. She's right there to that direction. We think. That's the climb back. That's how we got up to the higher level in the first place. That's where we're supposed to be going. Look, stuff on the floor again. See, things to see in Australia. Alright, a pamphlet. Okay. Things to see. Uh-oh. I think this mortal will fetch a good price at the flesh market, so blind him up and take him to the slave trader before he makes a fuss. I should have redid buffs, but... so we're slightly surrounded. Succubus. Lamb. Okay, perfect strike, extra attack, shoot away.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Wow, it's a lot of hit points for a succubus. Oh, the boss who needs to die. Oops.
Oops. Is that all you can say? That was really poorly done.
Not really. Double kill for Delamir. Saber's gang leader, so many demons. Okay, Gimpy. He's missing something there. What did Gimpy have in that slot before? Oh, his teeth, or his claw. Where the hell did the claw go? Or tooth, whatever it was. Where is it? Where is it? Both items are under the scroll section, but it's not. Oh, you just scroll. It is a belt item. So where is it here? There it is. The finger. Sorry, the finger. It's the important stuff. Okay, Gimpy. It's a holy stuff. Is there any undead here to command? Doesn't look like it. There's a few skeletons to fight for us, and... Oh, this will break out a Shadow Demon. Oh, look! We've got Creeping Doom. Or do you want Undead? Doom. Doom on you. I don't know what they'll do to these guys, but we'll find out. Oh, they do damage. The Desna book. The Desna book. Which one's the Desna book? Is that the one that was on that screen? Oh, go skeleton. I didn't even know I had it. I don't even know what it is. Desna book. Manual health. Book of Dreams. Purple book with butterfly. This thing? You found reveals only part of your secrets, at least at the moment. Book reveals part of its secrets at least for this moment. Travels continuing the story unveils the book reveals more of its secrets. All of your summoned creatures gain the effects of Greater Longstrider and Good Hope spells. But you have to have it equipped, right? Keeper really doesn't have room for it. Unless he gets rid of this rod. Guess it could.
I don't need this.
He says he doesn't. Oh, it's probably not his turn. Cammy, where are you? Here, step away. Lightning doesn't work. It feels like sleeping. Mr. Vrock does. See? Told you it felt like sleeping. Ember. You could step away too, maybe. Oh look, firestorms. Oh, we know how much they love fire. I don't care if the Vrock's asleep now. This is gonna burn everything. Oh look, some of them died. We love Ember. Stop. Go kill that guy. Oh. This man thinks a little bit of health. Oh, come on. You have 4 attacks. Roll 2 2s, or 2 3s and 2 4s. You need 11s. Game hates me. It really does. Okay, skeleton, where are you? There you are. Oh look, this guy's not looking at you. But for some reason you're not attacking. Why isn't the skeleton not attacking? Menace of Death cannot attack. Why? Whenever someone dies within 10 feet from the wearer of this amulet, natural and blah blah blah, the wearer gets a haste spell for that. This effect is renewed each time. After this effect wears off, the wearer cannot make any weapons for. Oh. So there's a downside to that. So that was really quick. He didn't actually do anything yet. But he... We're only on round 2, I think. How did that even... And that... I don't understand. Yeah, but... I guess so. Because they died. They just did die, so that's why it's happening. That's... yeah. Okay, land, where are you? Step back, land. Shoot things, land. Shoot things that are hurt.
You won't survive me.
Come on, land. Run better than a 3. There you go. Your dog, it took me quite a while to figure out why you would not move. Well, you could move but not attack, right? Freight boy, welcome back. What's this? Crushing Despair. Stupid succubus. Where's their boss? The rolls are just stupid. Oh, he's going after the swarms. Okay, Gimpy. Skeletons. We still have skeletons up. Freaking dooms are up. At least 3 of them are still. Smack that one. Or you could just do, you know, harm the living. Oh look, killed their leader. Hey, Takas, welcome back. You have a second interview next week for... I didn't know you were interviewing for something. Did I miss something? Engineering job. Ah. Moving up in the world. Cammy. Here, let's
hey, Gimpy,
reduce.
It is time to take a break.
After this fight.
Your next break is in 2 hours.
Saving throw. Ember. Reduce his armor class. There we go. So that should be good for a little while. Between the 2 of those.
Too late for apologies.
So one good's for 5 seconds, the other one good's for 12. So that works. Chairperson last week, now this with the technical guys. Well, good luck. Get stomped, doing all kinds of damage now. Sort of. Angry Triceratops. Didn't he just attack 4 times? I guess it was only 3. No, it was 4. How come only 3 is showing them? Spores. So there's the permanent haste. But shouldn't that show him his having... Oh look, he can attack now. No, he can't. Okay, so this necklace has got to go. I thought it was going to be more useful than this, but apparently, when people die too much, he doesn't do a whole lot of work. That's not ours.
Endure this.
Shadow Demon. Oh, the Shadow Demon's probably for Gimpies. Here, kill her. Sneak attack, suck them. Go swarms. So, what do you think the chance of Gimpy touching her in the bad place? That probably came out wrong, didn't it? No? Go Shadow Demon. Go Skeletons. Wow, Skeletons tore him up. Okay, she wants a reduction in her armor class. Oops.
Please stop saying oops.
Wrong person.
You are making me look bad.
I'm making me look bad too, don't worry about it. Reduce her armor class. Oh, she moves, so she can't just cackle. Stomp and go get her. Works for me. Under rock deals blah blah. What? Who's taking damage? Bismuth land. Oh, it's the stupid.
We'll make things right.
It's the stupid. What's it called? The infectious stuff, or the spores from the Bronx. Don't you have to bless them to get rid of that? Apparently not. Oh, it didn't affect those guys because they were. That doesn't matter. They won't probably be living that long anyway. Okay, well, I need to take a break. And because it's a couple minutes overdue, no big deal. But I'm going to take a quick break, and then we get back. We'll actually get that started. We've got to do the scout report real quick. Get that up and running here. We get to guesstimate whether Scout's been seen in the past 24 hours or not. For those of you who don't know, Scout is a cat that lives here in our complex. She is not our cat. She's not a stray. She does have a home. But about 2.5, 3 years ago now, she adopted Mrs. Gimpy, and as a result, she has shown up on our porch or inside our condo on a regular basis. And this is just a little game we play every day. Has Scout been seen in the past 24 hours or not? It's all in fun. All you have to do is we'll click on the little predict button that's going to show up on your screen. And to help you out with making your little guess, she is currently on a 1-day streak of not being seen after being on a streak of 12 days of being seen. Her longest streak of being seen is 47 days, I think. I have it written down somewhere. Yeah, 47 days is her longest streak of being seen. And the longest streak of not being seen that I can remember is 4 days. So actually, it's longer than that, but recent history, it's 4 days. So anyway, if you want to participate, feel free. It's all for fun, and it doesn't really cost you anything. And we'll find out the results here after you get back from our break. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll be back shortly, and enjoy the video thing with the dogs.